Yeah, you know what? I mean, the whole praying for a black man's death, this is not the first time we've seen this. Of course, our most famous case is Kevin Samuels. Probably won't be the last time. I mean, any kind of public critique or criticism, somehow we got to this point where it's immediately considered morally suspect, by the sisterhood at large, especially in public. If you want to disagree in private, I guess fine. But there's something about it being done in public, especially in the media and when microphones are involved, it's taken really, really sensitive. And I know it came up with the whole acronym, sign language, shame, insult, guilt, need to be right. S&M, you kind of touched on it a little bit too. There's another one called GSR, gossip, shaming, and rallying, rallying other women or other people to your cause. So I think that happens a lot in these cases as well. And I think we're never going to get anywhere, and we're going to go round and round in a lot of these black men, black women conversations, whether it's about you know dating and mating, politics, whatever. If we automatically assume we're coming from a morally suspect place, especially when your women assume your men are coming from a morally suspect place. Anytime there's any type of critique or criticism, no matter how well stated, no matter how softly spoken, it's immediately labeled as problematic. And Stephen A. did make a really good point, when SM, you're talking about coming to black women's defense. He said, you know what? If this were Candace Owens, would the same energy have been applied? And I thought that was a really, really good point. So it's not all black women; it's the right kind of black women.
Okay. Now, listen, I was going to start off by saying fuck Michelle Beadle, but I think it's important to speak to her point real quickly because she's the perfect example of white women entitlement to me, right? Like what she has been doing and is doing is the definition of hate, right? When you have negative things to say about someone because you envy their position. She talked about how he fake works hard or he just wants to work hard. Or she talked about the gazillion. Like if you listen to some of her conversation, I mean, that was just clear hate. And the fact that she felt comfortable to spew it speaks about the difference between our community and theirs sometimes, right? Because in our community, we typically try to shun away from hate. There's not too many black commentators who probably could have said what she said and we would have looked at it a certain type of way, right? So fuck her. You know what I'm saying? And I think unfortunately a lot of us black men and women have to be in spaces with these people who feel like they deserve something they didn't get. And they envy us from afar because we had to work twice as hard as they did just to get into the room. And then even though we were in the room, we were able to far exceed what they were able to do. And it's got to be some other reason. It can't be their mediocrity, right? There's just way too many mediocre people out here thinking they deserve more than they really deserve. Girl, you got what you deserve. You are where you are because you are who you are. And you move through the world that way. I don't think that blessings come to people who think in such small-minded, hateful ways. So, girl, get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why, it's how I say Stephen A kept on saying, I don't know this woman, right? And I do kind of believe him because when you're about your business, you don't take time sometimes to pay attention to like gnats along the way, especially gnats who are sitting there begging and screaming for your fucking attention. You get what I'm saying? So she was a nobody to him, which brings me to Carrie Champion, right? Who to me is white adjacent, if I'm being honest. She's like one of the worst type of black women to a certain extent, because if you're a black man who supports black women, Stephen A made the case that if you look at his history, if you look at the support that he has given on his program, she would not have been the moderator of that host of that show had it not been for him. Right. And the reason why I say she's the worst is because when y'all want us to support y'all, we would like a little bit of loyalty back. There's no loyalty with her. I knew what was up with her going way back 10 years ago. The fact that Stephen A still befriended her was a shock to me. There are certain women I've seen move around Stephen A that if it was me, girl, you couldn't come nowhere near me again. Because you took an opportunity to play me because you thought I could be the stepping stone to your next career path, even though I was the one that damn near gave you one to begin with, because that's what Carrie did. When the whole Ray Rice thing happened, she used that opportunity of a misspeak to basically try to dance on that brother, right? Cool. And she parlayed her way onto the show with his support. And years later, even though he said and they said, they both still talk, she still wishes him well. She took the opportunity from some white woman coming at him to make a bullshit ass point. She's the worst type of sister. Because in truth, I don't think she has loyalty to us like that. And for her to be the one to try to speak up about keeping the same energy, bitch, can you keep the same energy? Do you even fuck with black men for real, for real? Because I suspect she does not. Right? And which brings me to my other point about keeping the same fuck. The more I thought about it through her, thank you, Carrie, because it's you that made me realize how bullshit that entire fucking phrase is when manipulative black women like you use it. And let me tell you why. If you're my friend and I support you and I hold you down, give you opportunities, that's our friendship. That's our energy. I don't know this bitch. I don't fuck with her. I haven't done one thing for her. Then why in the entire fuck would I keep the same energy? It wasn't the same energy before. So why after the fact am I supposed to keep the same fucking energy? The fuck is wrong with somebody? I love black people more, right? Because I'm black. I relate. So when things affect us, it affects me more than it might in other communities. Am I supposed to keep this? If that's the case, when we see injustice happening to other fucking communities, when we're always up in arms for every sign of fucking racism, why aren't y'all keeping the same fucking energy? You know why? Because it's not the same. Then why would you expect the same fucking energy? What she's really trying to do is make it seem like, oh, Stephen A., you value black women less than you value white women is what the fuck she's trying to say without having the balls or whatever testicular fortitude that a woman should have to say that shit straight up. And that's coming from somebody that you've looked out for. Can you imagine how it feels if you looked out for somebody over and over? Monica McNutt, she did the same fucking thing. I fucks with her. I think she's cool. But the minute she had the opportunity, another sister, to step over Stephen A., because I guess he's big enough to deal with it, right? Y'all be wanting support, and then y'all shit on the niggas who give you support, especially when you know the nigga has been supporting you. This ain't a stranger, y'all. This is a nigga that she knew. And she took the opportunity, her clout chasing ass. Where the fuck did your career go? So most of them are just jealous because Stephen A. continued to work his ass up to the top. And so, yeah, any opportunity to shoot a black man down, let's take it. Even if it's making up false narratives like he fucking dissed you, and he never did. You can't find one, and that's real shit, because I watched him. I'm like, bro, I would have kicked your ass to the curb. It was clear. So miss me, especially y'all non-loyal to black men, black women who want to step out every chance you get and shit on niggas, even niggas who support you. Y'all are the worst. You know what I'm saying? And other black women, low-key, should be joining me in this course because they make it hard for other black women, right? Look at the nigga track record. Yo, this ain't Nick caping for Stephen A. I've seen enough black people go through First Take once he took control of that show to see him giving black people, men and women, opportunity in the career field. The fuck are y'all talking about? And I get it, because when we talked about it on the show, everybody had their own opinions. He must know that. I get it, right? So yes, every time a black man disagrees with y'all without no fucking evidence, for real, just y'all fucking feelings most of the time, right? And emotional ears and shit, y'all make judgments on niggas. And if I'm the nigga who loves y'all and has been holding y'all down, y'all don't never fucking consider how the fuck that makes that nigga feels. And then the other niggas who don't already want to fuck with y'all, right, are gonna look and see what y'all doing to that nigga and say, see, this is why we don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are disloyal sometimes. I'm sorry, man. That shit fucking bothered me. That keep the same energy shit is basura. Right? It's basura because it's not the same person. It's not the same circumstances. Some of y'all will sit there and treat your husbands like shit. And then when you go to the job, you have different energy for your boss, man, but we'll see you keeping the same fucking energy then. You know why? Because they're two different people, two different responsibilities, two different circumstances, right? It's life. So miss me with all that. I hate the fucking fact that what's his name? Charlamagne said it, and it became this thing that y'all motherfuckers ran with because it gives y'all an excuse to not think through anything. Oh, he disagreed with Jasmine Crockett. Now this nigga gotta sit there and come back and repeatedly. And there was niggas who was sitting there jumping on that shit too. And I'm gonna land here. Because his other point was that we complain about the Democrats, right? Cool, right? Who's ran by what group? Or at least who has more attention? Women do, for the most part. And what he was also saying is he would not be bullied by y'all to parrot y'all bullshit ass, weak ass positions. Who the fuck wants to be bullied by Democrats? I mean, come on, right? Even if it is with black women in it. You heard me? You feel me? Sorry, ain't enough of y'all in the Democratic Party to really bully you niggas, what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, it wasn't enough of y'all there to bully Trump. Neither.